You're here, and you're going to be walking out of that tunnel in 5 days.
Very happy. Very, very happy. Appreciate the positioning of the camera and the little sneak peek of the arena. Very exciting.
Well, you just walked up the stairs, and you stood there, and you kind of took it in. You took a big breath. Can you take us into your mind? What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
Confidence. Absolute confidence and excitement to do my job. Happy to be back.
Is that a big part of you getting back here, is having the confidence to walk in front of everybody, and after what happened to you and some of the losses and setbacks and the comeback and everything else, how hard was it? We always remember you being a confident guy. How hard was it to find that confidence again?
You know, you got to dig deep and you got to prove to yourself you are what you say you are. And so that was what it was for me. I was using it as motivation. It takes a lot of, you know, deep internal work to return from an injury like that and circumstances surrounding it. And I just use that as motivation. Lovely. I wish for it to be that way because now I can show. And on Saturday night, I'm going to show.
He's not realising until he gets in there and actually tries it.
Listen, there's a different thud when you fight against him. I fought Max many years ago. That was my improvement time.
You said multiple times during your media tour in New York that rematches is like an honourable thing to grant. When they came to you with Max's name, I know there was others, but when Max came to you, were you like, yeah, no, I want to prove that rematches should be given if they're earned?
I love a rematch. Who doesn't love the story builds, the tension builds, the fans get excited, they've got comparisons, they've got, it's great for business.
Walking through the hallways, man. I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather here. You fought Nate Diaz in an absolute classic. I mean, what is it like walking back in this building and being
man, I love this arena. I love fight night, fight week. And God willing, I'm back here next week and the week after. How many weeks is in a year? 54. There you go. You know, I could fight every week if it's a go. You know, before the injury, I had maybe 3 within the year. People don't recall that. And yeah, now there you go. I plan on getting busy here.
Can we get back to that? Or will even the business, will the fight business allow it? When you almost get too big to fight that frequently, right? Or can we get back to that level of activity?
I wish for it. I wish for it. So if I'm the man in the arena, right? I'm the one that's making the walk. So if I'm the one who's pushing for it and campaigning for it, I'm sure that is the case. Now I've said my piece with the Ultimate Fighting Championship and their staging of my bouts, and they've said their piece, and you know it's kind of fallen on. Let's let it happen on Saturday night and let's talk. And I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. You know, as you know, 2 fights left on the contract. It's still as is. This one will be then 1. So you know, I hope to keep going, and I'm optimistic that will be the case.
How about everything that comes with fight week? I know you've talked about this before, that it is taxing, it is exhausting, but you're used to it, you know, but now here you are and you're in it, and you've lived such a crazy experience, a unique experience, that people want to hear about it.
Yeah.
How much of yourself do you want to share at this point in your career?
Well, you know, it's fight week. I won't be getting on a therapist's chair on fight week, do you get me? Yeah. So I need to keep that fire and that venom. Literally, that is what it will be. It will be venomous inside this octagon. And you know, I'm an open book. What you see is what you get with me. I always try and speak my truth, and you know, at the best of me, I try and encourage others and inspire others and motivate others, and that's kind of what I'll do, you know, without getting too much in.
I thought everybody was like, well, 13 years. Like, did you ever think Conor McGregor fight was going to happen? I was like, yeah, I thought it was going to happen, but like 5 years ago, you know what I mean? Like, especially after that horrible leg break and him coming back, but it just proves that he's a fighter, man. You can't get rid of fighters for some reason, but that fighting spirit in you is just always there. And, you know, I'm blessed with the opportunity to be able to right a wrong. Actually, we're all in all, you know, in his way, the way that he made, the rules he made up in Conor's way, he said he don't count decisions as wins. So, at the end of the day, brother, this shouldn't be a 2, it should be.
And, you know, I'm an open book. What you see is what you get with me. I always try and speak my truth, and, you know, at the best of me, I try and encourage others and inspire others and motivate others, and that's kind of what I'll do, you know, without getting too much into anything soppy or anything, you know. I'll keep that fire in my belly and go and fight on Saturday night.
Is it going to be a lot of venom? Is it going to be some joy too? I mean, we've seen a few versions of you, you know, and you're very good when you're joyous as well.
Yeah, for sure. No, there you go. That's a great point. A flow state for sure. I'll look for that. Holloway's a great opponent to find my feet in here. I know he's planning on deep waters. It's almost a bit disrespectful. I'm not sure who he thinks he's talking about here. But I am joyous, so excited in this entire situation right now. And I thank God for it every day.
I know you say that you're here for the love of it and for the enjoyment of it. Is there anything to prove to yourself? Like, I'm sure earlier in your career, there were things to prove. Do you still feel like there's anything to prove? And what? What are those things?
Prove my level. I have many things that I've taken in this camp that have been fuel to my fire. One, the greatest featherweight of all time, or this ranking system of the greatest featherweights, that I'd beaten these men and hadn't been in the list. How have I beaten these men easily and handily, and yet be kept from the list? All things. Who's the greatest featherweight? What's my skill level? And that's why I love Max as an opponent. He's fought so many people, and he's a very impressive body of work inside the Octagon. He's for sure a future Hall of Famer, and now I get to go in and showcase my level against, and I'm excited for it. It's perfect for me.
Just a few more questions. I know this is a very busy fight week for you. One of the reasons I think that you aren't in those conversations is not because your performance has lacked anything. It's just there was a lack of performances. There wasn't activity, and I think obviously.
Well, that's
always thought was pretty fascinating and quite impressive of Conor McGregor. Can he be that sharp? Can he be that good with his timing? I don't believe he'll ever be that good again. But can he still have great timing, still be sharp, still have a good eye? 100%. I still think he's going to be able to hit Matt. Max has got a great chin. I think he's going to have to rely on his chin a little bit. Max is much better now at being a little bit more defensive and not trying to just volume punch. He's going to know not to do that with someone like Conor as well, because he could get caught big if he was to try and, be.
It's a fair shout for sure, and I understand why. I understand the whys of it. But you cannot get caught in all of this. What is the skill? Who is the best? Who is the greatest? Who is the best? And it is me. And the results show this. It's not like the fights weren't there. It was just elsewhere. There was divisional changes, which originally was not me. It was a fighter pulling out, or things of that nature that kind of led to it. So I understand it. However, I don't agree with it. Yeah. I am the greatest featherweight since Bruce Lee, and on Saturday night I will show it.
And the only reason I asked you is because I think some of us wonder, like, what would have happened if Conor would have stayed at featherweight? What would have happened if he hadn't fought Floyd and would have stayed an active champion? Do you ever wonder that? Do you ever think about, like, what would have happened had you stayed the course? And not that everything was wrong with that. That was a big, massive fight against Floyd Mayweather, but do you ever wonder?
Look, who would have been there to fight, really? The challenges weren't there. I could have went. I'd be still going through those guys. No disrespect.